Namaskar and welcome to Sunset Television. I am Vishal Dahiya and you're watching our show House Highlights, where we bring you details of the day's development in both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Let's start with the headlines. The High Court and Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service amendment bill 2021 passed by Parliament after Rajya Sabha returns it to Lok Sabha. The bill aims to bring clarity on the issue of additional pension for retired judges. Lok Sabha passes the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Amendment Bill 2021. Bill replaces Ordinance, amends the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 to correct a drafting error. In the Rajya Sabha, Leader of the House, Piyush Goyal, says there can be reconciliation over the issue of suspension of 12 members from the upper house. He asserts that the government has tried to reach out to the opposition on this matter. And Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha members salute the martyrs who protected Parliament from terrorist attacks on 13 December 2001. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu and Speaker Om Birla recalled the tragic incident and reaffirmed the resolve to fight hard against terrorism. Let's now take a look at all these news in detail. Parliament paid homage to the martyrs of the attack on Parliament on 13 December 2001. Members of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha paid tributes to the security personnel who laid down their lives while defending the Parliament complex from a terrorist attack 20 years ago.
Memories of the tragic Parliament attack on 13th December 2001 came alive as Rajya Sabha saluted the martyrdom of the security personnel who laid down their lives to save the symbol of Indian democracy. As soon as the House met, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu recalled the dastardly attack on Indian Parliament. Paying tribute to the martyrs, the House stood in silence as a mark of respect to the memory of those who lost their lives in the tragedy.
Honourable members, today the 13th of December 2021 marks the 20th anniversary of the dastardly terror attack on the Parliament House. On this day, in 2001, evil forces of terrorism tried to sabotage this august institution. However, their sinister motives were thwarted by the timely action of our valiant security forces, who kept a constant vigil of the situation and were steadfast in protecting this temple of democracy, even to the extent of laying down their lives. This House recalls with gratitude the supreme sacrifice of our security personnel, including 2 of Parliament Security Service staff, along with 5 Delhi police personnel and a woman constable of the Central Reserve Police Force. 1 gardener of the CPWD and a cameraman of ANI were also martyred on that fateful day. By sacrificing their lives, these martyrs have set an example of indomitable courage and outstanding devotion to duty. I am sure the whole House will join me in paying homage to those martyrs and expressing our profound gratitude to our brave security personnel who went beyond their call of duty to protect this hallowed institution. On this occasion, we all also reiterate our firm resolve to fight terrorism with determination.
Paying tributes to the martyrs, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla asserted that the resolve to fight terrorism is stronger. Members of the lower house stood in silence as a mark of respect.
ओम शांति। हम 13 दिसंबर 2001 की उस दुखद घटना का अत्यंत गंभीरता के साथ स्मरण करते हैं, जब आतंकवादियों ने एक शर्मनाक हमले में हमारी लोकतांत्रिक राज व्यवस्था की प्रतीक भारतीय संसद की क्षति पहुंचाने का प्रयास किया था। इस कायरतापूर्ण हमले को संसद परिसर की सुरक्षा में तैनात सुरक्षा बलों ने विफल कर दिया था। इस हमले का बहादुरी से मुकाबला करते हुए संसद सुरक्षा सेवा, दिल्ली पुलिस सेवा और केंद्रीय रिजर्व पुलिस बल के 8 सुरक्षा कार्मिक शहीद हो गए थे। इस आतंकवादी हमले में एक अधिकारी भी शहीद हुए थे। ये सभा आतंकवादी हमले के दौरान संसद की सुरक्षा करते हुए हमारे वीर सुरक्षा कर्मियों को द्वारा किए गए सर्वोच्च बलिदान के प्रति अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करती है तथा उनके परिवारों के साथ मजबूती से खड़ी है। इस अवसर पर हम आतंकवाद का मुकाबला करने के अपने संकल्प को दोहराते हैं तथा अपनी मातृभूमि की एकता, अखंडता और संप्रभुता की रक्षा करने के लिए अपनी प्रतिज्ञा की पुनः पुष्टि करते हैं।
20 years ago, on 13th December, terrorists of the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed attacked the Parliament complex and opened fire, killing 9 people. The victims included 5 Delhi police personnel, a woman Central Reserve Police Force trooper, 2 Parliament watch and ward staff, and a gardener. An injured journalist died later. All 5 terrorists were shot dead.
The Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Amendment Bill 2021 to amend the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 was passed by the Lok Sabha today. The bill was introduced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman.
We don't want to have anything which is going retrospectively, bringing criminal liability and becoming a grey area in its own right, and therefore retrospective amendment. This amendment is being applied retrospectively. With this amendment, therefore, sir, the law will be in line with the intent of the legislature, which was before 1st May 2014 fine, and now it's fine, but in between there was a time when the error continued and created a lot of trouble for people. Mundra Port, 17th and 19th September were the time, September 2021 were the time when 2,988.21 kgs of heroin were caught. And that was done by the Department of Revenue Intelligence. 3 persons were later on arrested. We may call them small fire fries or whatever, unknown Indians or whatever. The names are all available through the media.
Article 20 of the Constitution guarantees protection against double jeopardy. Article 20, subsection 1 says, no person shall be convicted of any offense except for violation of the law in force at the time of the commission of the act, charged as an offense, nor can be subjected to a penalty greater than that which might have been inflicted under the law in force of the time of the commission of the offense.
Cannabis and opiates are the most commonly used substances in India.
Thank you.
After alcohol. 1 minute, sir. The report of the magnitude of substance used in India says that survey had found more than 3 crore individuals had used cannabis product in prior years, while 2.6 crore people said that they use the opioid, which includes opium and its variant, heroin, smack and brown sugar.
ये बेहतर रहेगा कि आप इस कानून को संशोधित कीजिए और इसमें ये कहिए कि जो आप अमेंडमेंट लेके आए हैं वो उस तारीख से लागू होगी. इट विल कम इनटू फोर्स फ्रॉम द डेट ऑन विच दिस लॉ गेट्स नोटिफाइड. आप जो अपनी इन्फोर्समेंट है उसको चुस्त दुरुस्त करिए और इन्फोर्समेंट को चुस्त दुरुस्त करके ये जो नशीले पदार्थ भारत में आ रहे हैं, अफगानिस्तान से, पाकिस्तान से ड्रोन्स के माध्यम से भेजे जा रहे हैं, इसको रोकने की कोशिश कीजिए.
Sir, that there are 35 raid with section 37 makes it extremely difficult for a person to be released on bail. Thereby, right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution of India is taken away. If anyone gives a statement that I have brought from him, accused is giving a statement, then whose name is there, he will be arrested.
They did not raise a single question about the huge haul of drugs which were caught in one of the ports, sir. Why is it that everybody is silent about that? What is the status of the drugs which amounting to several thousands of kgs was caught, and there is no mention or talk about that? So I feel that it is a sad state of affairs that we are talking about addiction, and we are also talking, let's not assume that the government has brought in this bill for the welfare of the citizens of this country.
In this regard, I would like to suggest the government that blood tests should be made mandatory in all colleges and high school in every 6 months, sir. The YSR Congress Party-led government has dealt with narcotics smuggling with an iron hand under the leadership of Sri Y. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, sir. As the peddlers are using innovative means to smuggle the ganja and other narcotic substances, the union government should supplement the efforts of AP police to succeed in a fight against the ganja menace, sir.
Of any offence except for a violation of the law in force at the time of commission of the act, charged as an offence, nor be subjected to a penalty greater than that which might have been inflicted under the law in force at that time of commission of the offence. No person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. अभी ये सारी चीजों को हम वायलेट कर रहे हैं, हम यहाँ 27A अमेंडमेंट ला रहे हैं, उसमें और गलतियां कर रहे हैं, दोबारा हम रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव जा रहे हैं. इट इज टोटली इलीगल.
देश में ड्रग्स का दुरुपयोग काफ़ी बढ़ते जा रहा है. यह न केवल शहर तक सीमित है बल्कि गांव-गांव तक पहुंच चुका है. ग्रामीण इलाके के न केवल युवाओं बल्कि सबको अपनी चपेट में ले रहा है. गरीब से गरीब बच्चे इसके प्रभाव में आ रहे हैं, जिससे कि अपने देश को काफ़ी नुकसान हो रहा है. इन सब परिस्थितियों में इस विधेयक को आना बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण एवं लाभदायक है.
Is when there is so much data of pan India, why is only Maharashtra's Bollywood getting cornered? And my question to this government is that Bollywood is really put into a corner as there are some evil people who only do drugs. I think it's really very, very disappointing because it's not fair to put a fraternity. Are you trying to tell me that no other fraternity has drug addicts? It's very, very unfortunate that you do a media trial to anybody in a particular fraternity, especially when the contribution of that unit has to be registered.
जहां पर हमें इलाज करना है, जहां पर हमें रोक लगानी चाहिए, वहां पर हम नहीं लगा रहे हैं. जहां पर टन्स एंड टन्स के हिसाब से गांजा ड्रग्स जो है इंपोर्ट हो रही हैं, वहां पर हम कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. लेकिन अगर किसी बॉलीवुड स्टार के बच्चे के पास 5 ग्राम पकड़ी जाती है, वो भी नहीं पकड़ी गई, उसको जो है महीनों महीनों जेल में आप डाल के रखते हैं. ये इंसाफ नहीं है.
इस कानून का मिसयूज नहीं होना चाहिए. जिस तरह से जो मिसयूज हो रहे हैं वो आपने और हमने अच्छी तरह से देखे. मैं नहीं बताना चाहता क्या मिसयूज हो रहे हैं, लेकिन मैं मंत्री जी को ये बताना चाहता हूं कि एनडीपीएस एक ऐसी चीज बन गई है कि असरदार लोग छोटे लोगों से अक्सर ये कह देते हैं सोसाइटी में कि जानते नहीं हो एनडीपीएस में बंद करा दूंगा, और वो बंद भी करा देते हैं. ये मिसयूज थानों पे क्यों होता है?
We have to remember Mahatma Gandhi. He said, a snake can only destroy the body, but the curse of drink corrupts the soul within. Sir, what I am saying is, we had to start the battle against...
Said you have concluded. Thank you very much.
I am concluding, sir. 1 minute. What I am saying is, it is not an easy task to fight and defeat this mafia. It's a very Herculean task, we all know though. But we had to work together.
Tripura High Court has made their observation, and now we are coming with an amendment, and in the amendment also the same constitutional validity question is being agitated. Therefore, we have to give due importance or significance to the legislative process. That is the first point which I would like to make.
The law making by executive through ordinance is against the concept and the principle laid down by the founding fathers of the Constitution.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir. So, we have to, only one word. We have to save the new generation from the evil effect of the narcotic traps.
नशा करके अपने भाई को मार देना इस ओर इंगित करता है कि हमारा जो आज भारत की सबसे मजबूत कड़ी है नौजवान है और नौजवान नशे की प्रवृत्ति के अंदर चूर है।
कॉलेजेस में छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं जो इसमें फंस जा रहे हैं, उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ सरकार को कड़क प्रावधान लाना पड़ेगा। किसने कहा कि बच्चों को ना फंसाया जाए, उन पे शिक्षा नहीं हो जाए, पर मेरा ये मानना है बच्चों को बचाने के लिए कड़क प्रावधान लाने पड़ेंगे, तब जाके हमारे देश के बच्चे जो भविष्य उन्हें हम कहीं ना कहीं बचा सकते हैं।
In the last 3 decades, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has conducted 2 nationwide drug surveys published in 2004 and 2019. The results of these surveys suggest that drug use in India continues to grow unabated.
எதிர்க்கட்சிகள் அனைத்தும் இது குறித்து குரல் எழுப்பியும் கூட அரசு மௌனம் காப்பது ஏன் என்கிற கவலை மிகுகிறது. ஜூன் மாதத்தில், இது செப்டம்பர் மாதத்தில் நடந்தது என்றால் ஜூன் மாதத்தில் 25,000 கிலோ ஹெராயின் இந்தியாவுக்குள்ளே வந்து இறங்கி இருக்கிறது.
Some of the issues I think which need to be addressed or to be spelled out, because in this bill there is no differentiation between users and traffickers. We do not know whether the government is going to decriminalize personal consumption also. What is the difference between soft drug and hard drug? How do you define consumption? These are the various issues that need to be addressed also. Despite the existence of NDPS Act 1985, nearly 3.1 crore people in India are estimated to be cannabis users.
Let's take a short break here, and on the other side, we'll bring you day's developments in the upper house of Parliament. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's now take a look at the proceedings in Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha on Monday returned the High Court and Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Amendment Bill 2021 to the Lok Sabha. The bill amends the High Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Act 1954 and the Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Act 1958. The Lok Sabha passed it on 8th of December. Replying to the debate on the bill, Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju said the measure did not in any way affect the salary and the pension of judges, but only inserts an explanatory note to make the legislative intent clear about the additional quantum of pension. He further said pending cases in various courts need to be addressed on a priority basis.
जो केसेस लंबित का जो जिक्र किया उसमें मैं ये बताना चाहता हूं कि ये जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर आज के दिन में काफ़ी हमारा एमपीज ने कहा कि इस हालत में जजेस कैसे काम कर सकते हैं। हमारा भी मानना है सर कि जो लगभग 90% केसेस आज जो पेंडिंग है, 4.5 करोड़ का जो बातें करते हैं, वो ज़्यादा केसेस लोअर जुडिशरी में है और लोअर जुडिशरी को जब तक हम ठीक नहीं कर पाएंगे तब तक ये परिस्थिति बदलने वाला नहीं है। लेकिन मैं विश्वास करता हूं सर कि इस पैंडेमिक के समय में जिस तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट्स और लोअर जुडिशरी ने अपना काम बंद नहीं किया बल्कि टेक्नोलॉजी को इस्तेमाल करके लोगों तक पहुंचने का जो प्रयास किया, इससे मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले दिनों में हम ये जो पेंडिंग केसेस है इसको कम करने में सफलता प्राप्त करेंगे, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं। और इस पे सर बहुत चीज़ें हैं, क्योंकि उसको मैं डिटेल चर्चा करूंगा तो बहुत लंबा हो जाएंगे। तो मैं इतना आश्वासन देता हूं कि हमारे खास करके जो डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ जस्टिस है, जो कोर्ट के मामले का हमारे जो संबंध मामलों को देखता है, हमारे डिपार्टमेंट के जितने भी जो टीम है वो लगातार इनसे संपर्क में है।
Initiating the debate, Ami Yagnik of the Congress raised the issue of large backlog of cases pending in the courts. P. Wilson of the DMK said the retirement age of High Court judges should be increased from the present 62 years to 65 years. Ram Kumar Verma of BJP also expressed concern over the pendency of cases in courts. Members cutting across party lines took part in this discussion.
I think all of us here would think that when you talk about the judges' salaries, I think we are bringing some humiliation component in that. If some other system decides about salaries, there should be some automatic mechanism inbuilt where the government takes these decisions and does what is necessary for the judicial system and not bring these kind of bills, but bring bills that are robust, holistic for the development of social justice, bring social justice to the doorstep of the people who are disadvantaged.
मैं इस बिल के माध्यम से ये कहना चाहता हूं कि आज अपराधीकरण जो हो रहा है उसको क्या हमारी न्यायपालिका कोई दोष थोड़ी दे। कहेंगे कि साहब न्यायपालिका का निर्णय लेट हो रहा है। मैं तो कह रहा अपराधी को संरक्षण, वो बहुत चतुर होते हैं। अपराध करने वाला चाहे वो टेक्नोलॉजी में करे, जो सामाजिक क्षेत्र में करे, उनके पीछे कहीं न कहीं आधार होता है और उस आधार को लेके सामाजिक आधार बनाएंगे, राजनीतिक आधार बनाएंगे और करेंगे और गरीब आदमी को न्याय नहीं मिलेगा। तो मैं इस बिल का समर्थन तो करता ही हूं।
During the COVID times, we saw that the High Court and Supreme Courts did adopt this technology. People staying all over could attend courts in any part of the state or anywhere for that matter. Unfortunately, the district courts did not have this kind of infrastructure, and therefore the courts couldn't function, the witnesses couldn't come. In fact, the courts were closed. So why don't we work towards this direction, that we must have the use of technology and adoption of digital solutions even for the district courts.
The way the justice is progressing, we need to expedite it, and to do that, the appointment of more judges, expeditious clearing of files and cases is necessary. And most importantly, I'd again like to thank the Honorable Union Minister for expeditious appointment of judges at the Supreme Court, that today there is only one specific position left vacant, and there seems to be an expeditious thinking in this process.
अक्सर इस्तेमाल करते हैं justice delayed, is justice denied. But why is justice delayed? Nobody else is responsible for it. Our systems are responsible for it. We have crafted a kind of system wherein the leakages are too many.
कि गरीब लोगों का जो केस में फंस जाते हैं, उसकी सहायता के लिए सरकार की तरफ से कोई अनुदान या सस्ती लोक वकील को उसको सहायता करना चाहिए।
अपील के जो केसेस हैं, दे आर पेंडिंग फॉर years and years and years, and they are piling up. आप कोई ऐसी एजेंसी होनी चाहिए जो देखना चाहें कि इन लोगों के यहाँ अपील के केसेस हैं वो कितने हुए खत्म, कितने किनको इन्होंने पूरा सुना है.
District courts are more competent and they can deliver justice. So all the district courts of the entire India must be empowered with the power to exercise powers under Article 32 of our Constitution.
To ensure that the Supreme Court is accessible by persons from all corners of the country, permanent regional benches must be established in the east-west southern part of the country. I assure the House that the Andhra Pradesh government will be more than willing to provide all necessary land and infrastructure if a bench is planned for South India.
नीति आयोग की रिपोर्ट है 4.5 करोड़ केसेस हिंदुस्तान में पेंडिंग है न्यायालयों में, 4.5 करोड़ केसेस, और उनका अनुमान है कि अगर इन केसों का निराकरण करने में लग जाए न्यायालय तो 324 वर्ष लगेगा इन मामलों का निस्तारण करने में, इस पर फैसला देने में.
Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu once again urged the government and the opposition to find a way to end the matter of suspension of 12 members of the House. The 12 members were suspended after the upper house passed a resolution on the opening day of the winter session. The action was taken against these members for alleged unruly behavior on the last day of the monsoon session.
Sir, I would once again, sir, through you, as Honourable Chairman had appealed, request the government to respond to the Honourable Chairman's sentiments and to find a way forward to resolve this matter, sir.
That is the way if both sides
Sir, realize
and people
the
who have
leader of the
committed
House has
mistake.
also come. The leader of the House has also come.
Yeah.
If they take a call, sir.
I already said, please, no cross talk. He made a point.
Submission,
What
sir.
is
Say,
submission?
submission, sir. Since the leader of the House has come, that Honourable Chairman had
Shiva?
last week expressed his anguish and pain and also urged both the government and the opposition to find a constructive solution which is acceptable. And
Shiva,
we would urge the government now to
Yeah,
respond, sir,
it went
to
on
the
record.
Honourable Chairman.
Shiva?
Sir, we are also interested in the smooth functioning of the House. So that the government take an initiative because it is their responsibility since they have moved the resolution. Let them find a way out, sir, to end the logjam.
If both sides come together and find a way out, then the House can go on smoothly. I hope that everybody will understand this.
When the stalemate over the suspension of 12 opposition Rajya Sabha MPs, the leader of the House, Piyush Goyal, said on Monday that there can be a reconciliation and the government has tried to reach out. He also said the suspended members are unwilling to apologize for their unruly behavior in the previous session.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, लगातार हमने कोशिश की है, सबसे अलग-अलग बात भी की है, सबके साथ चर्चा भी की है, लेकिन जिस प्रकार के बयान बाहर आ रहे हैं, जिस प्रकार के बयान हम सुन रहे हैं, जिस प्रकार से अलग-अलग नेता कह रहे हैं कि भाई हम नहीं माफी मांग सकते, हमने कोई गलत नहीं किया, और आज तो बड़ी विडंबना थी कि चेयर पे आरोप लगाया जा रहा है कि वो 3 बार विनती कर रहे हैं और उनकी बात नहीं सुनी जा रही है। हमने तो पूरा एक सेशन देखा जब चेयर विनती करते रहा कि ये आपकी बात सुने, हाउस को ऑर्डर में रखे, हाउस चले और हाउस अच्छी तरीके से चले, और जो अपमान आपके आसन का हुआ है, जो अपमान हमारे स्टाफ का हुआ है, जो अपमान इतने सारे मार्शल्स का हुआ, जो अपमान पूरे सदन का हुआ और जो देश का अपमान हुआ, जो देश ने जो दृश्य देखे, जिस प्रकार का व्यवहार इन्होंने किया है, उसके लिए आज भी पश्चाताप नहीं, उसके लिए आज भी उनको कोई दिल में संवेदना नहीं, और देश और दुनिया के सामने इस सदन की गरिमा गिराने के बाद भी इस प्रकार का व्यवहार। और सर, आज का इतना अच्छा दिन है, 75 साल तक जो काम दुनिया में देश चाहती थी, वो देश देखना चाहती थी, आज इतना अच्छा दिन काशी में पुनर्निर्माण हो रहा है मंदिर का, उस दिन भी अगर इस प्रकार का काम करे।
That's all we have in this edition of House Highlights. We'll come back again tomorrow with the details of day's proceedings in both houses, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Till then, keep watching Sunset Television. Thank you.